Hello, coming to you again from Cali. Wanted to stop in and say hi. And today I'm going to be discussing something that I think scares all of us. It's about failure, or what we perceive to be failure. I know that so many of us have these experiences in our life where it seems like, oh my God, I had this failure, this thing that happened, and we experience this failure and we think that something is wrong. Well, recently I was hiking. I went up to Big Bear Lake here in the mountains, and I went and I hiked all the way up to this place called Bertha's Peak. It was a beautiful hike. And I didn't pay attention to the forks in the road as I was going up. I didn't really see and look at my path that I was taking. And so when I was coming back down, I didn't notice the turnoff that I needed to actually go to get back to my car and back to where I was. And so I went down this path and I kept walking, and probably about a mile down into it, I came to a dead end, a road. It was a complete dead end. And when I got to that dead end, I realized I had made a mistake. I was like, oh my God, I'm here by myself. I'm hiking. I'm out of water. I've been hiking for over 2.5 hours, and I have no freaking idea where I'm at. I'm like completely lost. And I started to panic a little bit. I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I can't call anybody. I don't have cell phone service. There's no flight copter is going to come save me right now. And so it's like when you're failing, when you come to the end of a road, what do you do? What do you do at that moment? So at that moment, I said, okay, my only choice that I have is to go back and backtrack my steps to where I was before to find the right path. So although I had come to the end of the road, I had come to the end of this hike, which was not where I was supposed to be. I was completely lost in this forest. I said, I'm just going to retrace my steps exactly back to where that intersection was that I missed and get myself back on the right path. And I think that's a really important thing that we all need to pay attention to is when we look at something as a failure, when we've come to the end of the road, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in a place in your business or in your life, is it really a failure? Or is it a lesson in learning how to pay attention and backtrack to the places that you need to go so that you can start on a new path, so that you can go the right way? So what did I do on that trek? I was lost. I didn't know where I was at. I just took step by step and kept walking backwards until I saw the intersection where I had gone wrong. And I paid attention. I looked more closely. I looked at my surroundings, and I said, okay, this is where I need to go. And I went the opposite way. And I was eventually able to make it back to where I was headed to, thank goodness. And I was able to make it home to the right place. So what I want to talk to you about and what I want you to really experience is look at the path of where you're leading in your business. Look at the path of where you're leading in your life. And are you paying attention to the markers? Are you paying attention to the things that are all along the way that are saying, hey, this is it right here. You need to pay attention to this because you're going down the wrong path. Because if not, you're going to come to that proverbial end of the road. You're going to come to a place where you stop, where everything is thrown in your face and you're standing all alone by yourself and you can't call anyone and you're like, what the fuck do I do now? What am I going to do? And you've got to backtrack your steps and you've got to really look at that. And one of the keys to not getting to that failure or looking at those things is to have a support team. I was in the middle of the woods, in the middle of the mountains, and I had no support team. I had nobody. I went alone on by myself. And when I look at how that affects my life now is I'm always having a support team. So I ask you, when you're faced with failure or you're faced with a place in your life or in your business where things are not going the way that you want, do you have a support team? Do you have someone you can call? Do you have someone you can text, someone you can write? Do you have a community, a tribe that you can go to and say, hey, I have this challenge. I have this thing that's going on in my life and I feel like I'm failing at it and I don't know what to do. The number one thing that has made me successful in the last 3 years is having a support team, is having a coach, is having a mentor, is being a part of a mastermind, is having a tribe and a community. That is what has kept me moving forward. So when I was out on those mountains and I was all by myself and I got lost, the first thing I thought about was, who can I call? Who's the first person? And I'm like, oh, I don't have cell phone service. I can't call anybody. So how can I retrace my steps to get back to where I need to be so that I can find my way back out of this darn mountain in this forest that I've gotten myself stuck in? So when you're looking at your life, I want you to make a list. I want you to sit down right now, and I want you to take out your pen and paper and write down, who is your support team? Who are the people that are supporting you and moving your life forward? And it has to be somebody besides a family member. It has to be somebody besides just the cheerleader that is there that says, you can do this. A real support team that really connects with you. If you don't have that support team, if you don't belong to a mastermind, if you don't belong to a tribe or a community that can support you in some sort of way, then I challenge you to find them. I challenge you to go out and seek out the support that you need. I have supported thousands of women over the years through my conferences and my events and my masterminds and through coaching and really being that system. But the one thing that I found that has been the most powerful is when we create community. And that's what I've been doing with the Love Society. It's a place for healers to come and unite and to create community together so that we can all support each other. So when there is a failure that's imminent or when something is happening that you're not sure about, you can say, okay, who can I call? I can call my coach. I can call my mentor. I can tap into my mastermind group and I can have the support that I need. So write down that list of who your support team is, the people that you can call, somebody outside your family. And if you don't have that support team, then I challenge you to go find them. Find your tribe. Find the people that are going to be there for you no matter what. And even though my tribe, I may be the leader of a lot of my tribes, I still have people that are a part of that I can call and say, hey, I have this thing going on and I'm not sure which way to go, but I feel like I'm failing in my life right now. And so when you write down that list of people that support you, take a moment to connect with them and really see if they're the right people for you. And I want to bring you in and teach you about the Love Society and have you be a part of my community, because I think it's such an important thing to have when you are transforming your life, when you are healing, when you are making changes. So if you're interested in being a part of the Love Society and also winning free coaching with me, because I'm giving away free coaching to the people that are part of my Love Society, I would love to have you leave a comment below and I'll give you the information and we can join together and be a part of something that is going to support you through what looks like a failure, support you in creating the success that you want, support you in transforming everything in your life. So comment below if you are looking for support and want to be a part of a community that really is powerful and that is changing the way that we work together, because it's all about communication. It's all about connection. It's all about loving each other through the hard parts, through what looks like a failure, and through those things. My business over the years has gone up and down, and there's been points where after my first conference in 2014, I thought I had failed. I thought everything was going to end. And instead, it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened, because I had community and I had support and I had the right coaches and I had the right mentors. And I'm going through another transition now. And the one thing that I do is I always go back to those people that support me. So again, look at who your support system is. And if you're looking for more help and more support, I want to be there to support you. And I want to invite you to join me and the Love Society and really make a difference in your life. So comment below. Can't wait to talk with you. And I'm personally talking to each person just to have a good time and really come together as a community of healers and unite together for an amazing time. So don't ever look at failure as something that is bad. Look at it as the universe's nudge to push you in the right direction. So when you come to that end of the road, like I did when I was on that hike and I didn't know what the heck I was going to do or where I was going to go, don't look at that as a failure. You look at that as a way for you to find the support that you need and a way for you to actually take the path that you're supposed to take. Because sometimes the failure is what is the universe pushing at you, saying, no, you're meant to do something greater, different, more engaged than what you're doing right now. Thanks for listening in, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.